It's another Tuesday, and I've forgotten to make a video on Monday again. Sorry. I was climbing into bed last night, and I realized I hadn't spoken to you guys yet this week. Sorry about that. My manager's back in town, and you think retail and clothing is a cushy job, and then you actually do it, and then it's not a cushy job. It's hard job. But I do it, it pays my bills. What can you do? Just wanted to say hi and talk a little bit about something that I feel pretty strongly about. Studio Ghibli. And I'm going to be upfront. If I pronounce names or anything wrong, I'm really sorry. I am American. I have been born and raised in not the deep south, but in the south. And as much as I've been obsessed with the Japanese culture, I don't speak any Japanese. I wish I could. That's something I feel like you don't get enough of in the American school system is foreign languages. I mean, yeah, you can learn French, German, and Spanish, but outside those major three, you hardly, if ever, get to learn like something different like Finnish or Japanese. But going on, that's a totally different rant. Studio Ghibli. Um, I discovered Studio Ghibli when Spirited Away hit the movie theaters years and years ago. But I didn't know how prolific their fan base was, how many films they already had out in both the American and the Japanese culture. Um, Truly, the first film I actually bought from Studio Ghibli was Howl's Moving Castle, and a bunch of people say that's like the worst one, and it's one of my all-time favorites, next to My Neighbor Totoro. Totoro! I love My Neighbor Totoro. But it's actually what I really wanted to talk about was how we can share things with the next generation coming up. My best friend is 10 years older than I am, and she has 3 children, one of which just got into high school. So I've kind of become like the young Aunt Hannah to them, and I am perfectly okay with them, with that. Um, The Secret World of Arietti was coming out, and I told the girls if we can make it, we're going to go see this in the movie theater, because I sometimes like to take the kids out to the movies. Because she's got one who's a teenager in high school, and then she's got 2 in elementary school. One on the verge about to get into junior high, and we're not okay with this. But the 2 girls, I said that if it comes to our town, which I highly doubted it wasn't, we'll go see it. And she's like, okay. Um, it didn't, and that was okay. It went to the city, though, and we were thinking about trying to make it out to the city, but schedules never worked out. So I said, I'll buy it for you for your birthday. And she was like, awesome. So I did. Well, Ponyo was also coming out. And the movie just is beyond adorable. Well, her youngest, Olivia, I bought it on a whim, and I brought it over, and she loved it. Loved it, was obsessed with it. So I had to buy Secret World Arietti for one and Ponyo for the other. And well, what do I get the third kid? Well, I bought him Princess Mononoke. You know, there's something really exciting about sharing stuff you love with kids. And they see how enthusiastic you are about it, and then they think, oh my gosh, she loves it so much, well, maybe I will love it. I know growing up, there were a lot of things I loved just to have something to talk about with my dad. I'm more of a mama's girl. I love my father, though, and so there were things in my life that I began to love just so I could have conversations with him about things. Baseball, Star Wars, Clint Eastwood, Jimmy Stewart, a bunch of stuff. And then I started to love it for myself. Um, but if a child sees how much you love something, then they're going to make more of an earnest effort, maybe to experience that love for themselves. Thus saying, I don't think that we should try to shove anything on kids. We should share, not shove. If they don't like it, they don't like it. If they do, fantastic. That's something you guys can talk about. I don't have children of my own. My sister has a 2-year-old son. My best friend has the 3 kids. Um, I'm around kids a little bit more than probably other people my age. Um, but that's how I've taken it. They see how much you love something and then they want to do it themselves. That's how Star Wars is with some kids, especially Harry Potter. Especially Harry Potter. Uh, but don't be scared. Studio Ghibli is actually a wonderful jumping off point, especially if you want to get a kid enthusiastic about something outside like video games or something. Because Studio Ghibli, one, it's beautiful. The storytelling is fantastic, and there are earnest and good characters. Hayao Miyazaki came out saying that he was just doing films with girls because he found writing stories about girls enjoyable, and then he realized what he was doing. I mean, for me, I take great inspiration from Sophie from Howl's Moving Castle and Ponyo and Arrietty and Mononoke and all those characters. I mean, they're all wonderful, delightful female roles that you don't see often or almost at all anymore. Um, so to share that and to show a teenage boy that it's okay to like a female character because she's strong and she can do what you can do and you can do what she can do, and so you're on that level playing field, and trying to raise little feminists or raise influence, I suppose would probably be the better word. uh, but I think that's one thing that we have to try to take is to share the share the love share the love with especially kids, because kids are enthusiastic about things anyways. It could be a rock that they found on the ground, but man, they're excited. And if you don't share that enthusiasm, you kind of wilt them just a little bit. And I hate seeing kids all droopy. It's just sad. It's just sad. And so I think we need to really try to find things that we love and share them, because if we don't, I mean, yeah, the internet, once it's on the internet, it's never going to go anywhere, but I mean, things still get lost. Still things get lost, and they're hard to find. So when we're older and we can't find something, it's kind of our own fault because we haven't nourished a love for the thing that we love in other people. And that's one of the fantastic things about being nerd or geek, is the enthusiastic sharing of what we love with the world around us. And I think that's what's so awesome, especially about today. I mean, you have the internet and you have books and you can actually talk to people. You actually talk to people. I actually got one of my coworkers who's a little younger than my mother, okay? Note, younger than my mother, excited about Doctor Who. She already kind of had a background of Doctor Who because she is British. But that's still exciting. See, you can share love with anybody, no matter how old they are, what background they come from, where they come from. That's the great thing. That is the great thing, is that you can get anybody excited about anything. I mean, excuse me, my coworker and I were both excited about the Paddington Bear movie. Very excited. But share something that you love with a kid today or this week. It could be Studio Ghibli, which I plan on taking a few over to my friend's house and the kids and I watching it. Even her teenage son enjoys watching those with us. I'm a bit surprised by that, but he does. Um, makes me proud. Makes me proud though. Share something with someone, either classmate, worker, random person you meet on the street. I don't care. Just share something. Even as little as a smile. I don't care. But I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I will try, and this might turn into a Tuesday thing by the rate I'm going. Maybe one of these days we'll switch it back to Monday. But have a great day, guys. It's a beautiful day. It's October, and it's 90 degrees out where I am, and it sucks. But enjoy whatever weather you're having, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.